that you basically can be yourself, but there's certain like criteria for it that you so you still look like yourself and not make up your own kind of name.
Like earth tones, like only well, except for Luke Skywalker's Jedi, but in the prequel trilogy, all the Jedi we see are earth tones. You know, you can't have pink or something like that, except for fun. But yeah, there are certain requirements. Yeah, so it looks like it came off the movie screen.
Yeah, I don't think pink Sith Lords are going to work.
I can't exactly say that. We actually have a couple of pink-ish Mandos.
I mean, so, you do a pink skin colored Twi'lek.
Yeah.
Or black. Possibly.
Well, yeah, pink skin tone, I'll give it that. Yeah. All their many different racial colors.
Anyone want to ask him how hot it is in his suit?
I can imagine.
Yeah,
Bring some fans in there.
There's that.
What kind of cooling unit you get in that stormtrooper?
we help.
It's so hot that I actually asked you all to ask me questions so I have an excuse to take the helmet off.
Nice.
But the actual response is, it's so hot I have to have fans in there. And this fan actually, unfortunately, has actually come undone, so I've been here working what we're saying because it's been in my ear the entire time. So yeah, thank you.
I'm going to be, my husband's going to be putting fans in his helmet. I want to see how, if you don't mind, can I see how much?
I think all the
Well, it's not mounted, that's a problem. I mean, yeah, the entire time we've been talking, I've had about a 15 knot wind blowing in my ear. The fans themselves that we put in, and sorry for the voice box because it's not nearly as fun with the helmet on. A lot of people use computer fans, CPU fans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you go to Radio Shack.
Right.
As a matter of fact, that gentleman over at the very end is the one that taught me that trick. Yeah, that Bob over there.
My husband's going to be doing
Make friends with your IT guy at work.
Oh, that's true, yeah. Where I work, we've got rooms full of just blank PCs.
My last job, they had a fire sale 2 weeks in. I was taking home literally just boxes of nothing but CPU and laptop fans. They're like, why are you going to use it? Don't ask. Just don't ask. It's too hard to explain. Yeah, actually. We'll talk.
We have.
Yeah, I've had heat stroke in this thing. It's no fun. We were trooping at an event 2 years ago at Fort Campbell, and it was 105 in the shade. Someone actually took a picture of a thermometer that was actually inside, and it was at 105, and I put this on. And they said you have to come back every 15 minutes. And being a genius that I am, I came back 45 minutes later. And they said, well, how are you holding up? You haven't been here in a while. I said, oh, I'm great. I can't see, I'm having trouble seeing from side to side, but I quit sweating now. Doing great. Yeah. So that was the end of my day.
Water, man.
No,
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they're like, you take the armor off and go sit in the car. And it's like I was 5 years old.
Now, he actually makes a really valid point too. Everything we do, most of this stuff, his armor, my armor, it's hot, it's nasty, it's uncomfortable. I was just standing here in this hotel yesterday and my flight suit came off like it was coming out of a wash. It was so wet from just me sweating. It's a labor of love though. We wouldn't do it, I mean, the pictures of the Dark Empire at that leukemia blockade, they were raising money, just stopping to car scene, taking donations. It was Dar told me it was blazing hot. We had one of our members out there. He was in Mando armor. He had the Dark Empire in all their robes. They had to in baking, but we
I
were
was
doing
in
it.
this with my cloak because my skin is sun sensitive, so I had to keep my cloak on and my hood down to keep the sun off of me. So I was totally covered and running up and down
It still gets hot
in
though.
between cars, and it was hot. It was hot
But
that day.
it's a labor of love.
Yeah.
Just for an example, he spent an hour and a half putting his face makeup on yesterday. Had it on in this hotel for 2 hours, and it was melting off of his face.
But
So
again, we were trying to raise awareness of our groups. We'll go to the charity functions. I'll troop. You know what? I'll be safe about it. I'll troop in rain, sleet, snow, dragon fire. I don't give a crap. If it's for charity, I'm there.
Well, it's snare tight, right?
It's supposed to be.
We had a question on the canon costumes and number of references. Darth Nihilus here was in Knights of the Old Republic 2. As far as I know, that's his only appearance, but it is an accepted level first character.
It's gotta be exactly spot on, and this is good. It's close.
And right now, for the new Knights of the Republic video game, as about the Darth Nihilus, the Rebel Legion, of course, are Jedi in the trailers as well. We're working on costumes for that, costume rules, but they're still waiting to see more reference for when the video game comes out. With our people making the armor, making those costumes already.
So if you want to go for it, you got to shoot for the stars, right? Try to do it as well as you can.
Don't have any other hobbies.
Really?
On the plus side, now this is gonna be relatively easy.
It depends on how detailed you get,
Yeah.
because he has a lot of detail in his armor.
Some of his armor
It's
is,
not just, black
I'm not saying
and
easy to
red,
make,
shaped head.
easy to see all that. Because we're getting the gentle giant stature bit too.
And it is addictive, because I've only been doing this a year and a half, and this is my third costume.
I think Daniel
So-
Logan said it best yesterday. When you get into this, it's kind of like a car. You make your first costume and you'll never be done. You're gonna
That's
keep
true.
you're gonna keep tweaking it and you're gonna keep fiddling with it until it's exactly right, and then you're gonna keep going.
I've had this for 6 years now, and I was still working on it yesterday.
Yeah, I know mercs that have been doing this the entire time and they're still futzing around with their armor.
It's addictive.
Yeah.
And yes, we did this panel a couple years ago with a conglomeration. She was an audience member. Then she
Yeah.
got
Yep.
hooked into it.
We
Yeah.
got you.
yeah.
A lot of us do other things besides this. I mean, I've been doing this for 10 years. I do Batman, I do Alien,
Yeah.
I do tons of, I've probably got 15 costumes, all of them worth about $1,000 a piece at least. So,
Bob is
I have
a member of the
little
Dark Empire, by the way. with his-
Small apartment, but all this stuff is. And luckily my wife does this too, so she lets me do it.
Now, do you organize your costumes like in totes?
Yes,
You find that
they're
that's
all in
probably one of
totes.
the best
They're all in
ways.
totes and they're all in the closet. And then I've got, have you seen the big, huge black armor pins that people have been using? I have 3 of those, and they're stacked in the corner just for storage with costumes.
What's your Dark
full of
Empire
them.
designation number, Bob? Do you remember? Your Dark Empire designation number?
81. I think I was the last person.
TDE 81.
Yeah. 81.
We've had a few new members, yeah, since you've come on. Yeah, we've blown up lately. It's pretty amazing.
Almost 90.
Yeah, just this past month. But I've got 3 representations for Santa, and I have a totally custom 501st acceptable tray coming. I've got a Darth Trey coming.
Another video game character from Knights of the Old Republic too.
And she is, I'll be submitting her to the Dark Empire and also the 501st.
So much work goes into some of those video games. I think that a lot of organizations accept characters from them because there's so much backstory with them, and especially like Star Killer, for example. I mean, there's a lot of work put into that.
And it may be, one reference, but it may be a 40-hour video game.
It's a big
We have a
reference.
window opening.
Actually, has anyone ever played Battlefront 2?
Yeah.
Or heard of it?
No, I've never heard of it. I'm only addicted to it.
Sadly, I haven't played it, but that was when the 501st, I won't play it because I'm not gonna sit there and, play a game where I have to, shoot stormtroopers. It wouldn't feel right. But one of the lead designers for that game is one of the main people in the 501st, TK409.